Before calling the professional, maybe it's DIYable.
Welcome to another DIY video. This time, we're talking about how to repair asphalt damage on the driveway due to frost heave. A few years ago, I posted a video on repairing asphalt depressions with Aquaphalt 6.0. You can still find that video linked in the description. In 2025, it costs nearly $100 Canadian for one bucket, compared to about $65 6 years ago. That's a 53% increase. Due to the high cost, I'll be demonstrating a more affordable alternative in this video. We'll use cold patch. With the right method, it can harden in about 30 minutes, similar to Aquaphalt. Let's get started. This is the kind of harsh winter we get in Canada, where snow and ice can cause significant damage to the driveway. For signs of frost heave, you'll notice this section has been pushed upward, creating a large crack in the raised area. You may also see an uneven surface with noticeable changes in elevation. The first step is to use blackboard chalk to outline the area you want to repair, making sure it's slightly longer and wider than the crack. Next, we will use an angle grinder with a 4.5-inch blade to cut along the white chalk line in the asphalt. How deep do you need to cut? Around 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch deep is good enough. For a project of this scale, you'll need a Bosch rotary hammer drill SDS Plus. If your budget allows, you can step up to the SDS Max. I'm using the Bulldog Extreme SDS Plus. You need an SDS Plus tile removal chisel. Apply some lubricant on the attachment. I'm using white lithium grease, but you can use whatever works for you. Now, we can start removing the tiles. I'm sorry, I meant we can start removing the asphalt. You could go deeper if you want to fix the elevation issue, but that would require repairing a much larger section of the driveway. For this repair, we're focusing on the main crack. So removing just the top layer is enough to properly fix it. Pick up the large asphalt pieces and dispose them as your regular garbage. After that, use a leaf blower to clear away the smaller debris. Just blow it off into the street, just like the professional paving stone installers. Now, the sub-base with aggregate layers is exposed, giving us a clean and solid base to work with. I'm using the Blackjack Permanent Pothole Patch, a product from an American company. They are heavy. Each bag is about 50 pounds or 23 kilograms. The price is reasonable at around $20 Canadian at the local hardware store. I've seen it drop to about $17 during end-of-season sales at Canadian Tire. Let's take a closer look at this product. If you remember, I had a video on Aquaphalt 6.0. This product has a very similar medium-sized aggregate and is extremely sticky. I've tried other brands with smaller aggregate, and they didn't hold up as well. Just for comparison, this brand Secrete Asphalt Repair has very small aggregates, and the binding agent is not as sticky. Do not use this. Yes, this is cold patch, but I only recommend this brand because it has proven to work. Pour the bag into the repair area. Make sure to wear disposable gloves. If you don't, you'll definitely regret it. Next step, use the tile setter trowel to fill every single gap. Press it very lightly. As you can see, this is totally DIYable. It is so easy. No skill is needed. For this section, I use the entire 50-pound bag. Here's the trick. Aim for a slightly raised center, about half an inch higher. How to do it? I'm only pouring the cold patch into the center of the repair area. And it's looking very good, just like the pros did it. Looking from the side, you can see the center sits higher, like a small hill, and that's exactly what you want. And leave the edges slightly higher above the surrounding surface. When you compress it, the patch will level out perfectly. At this point, you have two options. Use a hand tamper or go with a gas power plate compactor. Personally, I prefer the machine. Use an aluminum ramp end plate attached to a 2x8 like this. It's a must-have for any DIYer. You will need 2 of them, since we need to rent a plate compactor from Home Depot. I'll show you how to do this without needing any help. Just pull the machine up to your vehicle slowly, exactly like this. This ramp setup works perfectly with a pickup truck, a cargo van, and even some large SUVs. Start the engine with the choke closed, then we can switch it to the fully open position. Now we're ready to compact the asphalt. This is 10 times faster and far more effective than using a hand. Now, you have 3 options. You can let it harden naturally, which takes up to 90 days. You can speed up the curing process with cement dust, cutting that down to about 30 days. Or, I'll show you a third option that hardens in just 30 minutes. For control and comparison, I'll demonstrate the cement dust method. Sprinkle the dust over the asphalt, then run the plate compactor several times. This method is definitely better than letting it dry naturally. However, if you press a finger on it, you'll notice the asphalt still feels a bit loose. Using a trowel, you can see it shift slightly. There's nothing wrong with this method. It's the one I used for years. But the drawback is that it still takes about 30 days before you can proceed to next step, which is not ideal. The trade secret is using polymeric sand for interlock and paving stones. Go with a professional grade product like Alliance Gator polymeric sand. Be sure to choose the type designed to lock paver joints up to 1 inch wide. That's what gives it the strength you need. Simply pour the bag over the surface and use a broom to sweep it into the joints. Again, run the plate compactor over the asphalt a few more times. The noise and the dust storm will make you feel like a tough guy. Just a fair warning. It might catch the eye of a hot country girl driving her pickup truck past your house. Unfortunately, that probably won't happen, unless I were in Alberta. Now let's cool things down. Set your garden hose to mist and spray the asphalt evenly, following the polymeric sand instructions. After just 30 minutes, check this out. Amazing, it's already hardened. Press with your fingers and feel the difference compared to the concrete dust method. We've officially unlocked the secret to fixing an asphalt driveway. Walk on it. It's completely intact. Step on it. It's rock solid. Let's even drive a car on it. It works flawlessly. Although the surface is hardened, it doesn't mean it's fully cured. I'd recommend waiting a couple of days before moving on to the next step. Next, we need to blend the new asphalt section to match the look of the old asphalt perfectly. For this, you'll need this product, again from the same company, Blackjack. Over the years, they've changed the formula many times, and now their Speed Patch Blacktop Repair does not require mixing and it's ready to use. This was the clip 5 years ago with the old formula. See how the water separates and sits on top? Mixing was required and the sand was too coarse. The consistency was way too thick. With the new formula, this changes everything. It's a sand and asphalt mix latex fortified formula. The sand fills all the gaps where polymeric sand can't, giving you a perfectly smooth surface. This step is critical. Pay close attention to the edges. For a seamless transition between the old asphalt and the new repair, you'll need to feather the edges as thin as possible. It's very important not to work under the direct sunlight. The mix will dry too quickly, and you won't be able to feather the edges thin enough. You've got 3 options. Wait for a cloudy day, work early in the morning before sunrise. Or get creative, set up a beach umbrella on a hand truck. Now, it's time to focus on the surface. I'm using a small pointing trowel for this, but you can use whatever tool you prefer. The goal is to spread the patching material until the surface is smooth. It's simple, no special skill required. Definitely DIY-able. As you can see, there are a few stripes, just minor imperfections. Don't worry, they will be fine once it's dry. According to the manufacturer's label, it says you can seal the driveway after 1 hour, but honestly, I would wait a little longer. When the patching material turns black, that means it's dry. It's time to seal the driveway. But I picked a bad day. It was way too sunny. So I had to spray a little water on it to cool it down. You won't have to do that if you start sealing early in the morning, around 6 a.m. I won't go into the details of sealing the driveway, but I recommend using a squeegee. It does a better job sealing small cracks than a roller. For the edges where the asphalt meets the concrete walkway, use a brush and paint it by hand for a clean finish. Pull the squeegee from left to right in one shot. It was such a bad day, the sun was too strong, it's very hard for the sealant to flow properly. For comparison, here's a clip I had a couple of years ago. If you start really early in the morning or on an overcast day, you won't need the water mist. The sealant flows much smoother, and you can apply it from one end to the other in a single, clean pass. I just wanted to pause here to show you the section we repaired. This is only the first coat, and the new repair asphalt is already blending in with the old one really well. Let's move on to the second coat. It's strongly recommended to always apply 2 coats for the best finish and a cleaner, more uniform look. Look at this. It's completely dried. You can't even tell which section we repaired. That's the power of a true DIY job. No professional would do this for you because it takes time and multiple visits. They'd rather just spray your driveway, take your money in 30 minutes. I hope this video helps with your project. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.